Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Nikhil Kumar. Today we are deploying Ollama on the Kubernetes cluster. If you ever wanted to run AI models locally on your own infrastructure, this guide is for you. By the end of this video, you will have a Ollama running inside Kubernetes, accessible via node port, ready to process AI queries. So let's dive right in. So let's get to the console, and this is our Kubernetes cluster running. This is a single node cluster. To keep things organized, let's create a dedicated namespace for Ollama. So I'm going to create a namespace that is a Ollama kubectl create ns Ollama. So Ollama namespace got created, and if you can see that Ollama namespace got created. Now let's deploy Ollama as a Kubernetes deployment. So first of all, let's create a deployment file that is ollama-deployment.yml. So this is a deployment file which will be using the image that is a Ollama latest, and it will be exposing on the port number 11434, that is a container port by which our application is being exposed. So let's apply these changes. kubectl apply -f Ollama deployment.yml, and the deployment got created, and if we try to run the kubectl get pods under the Ollama namespace, we can see the container is getting created, and let's describe this particular pod. We can see it's trying to pull the image that is a Ollama with the latest tag. So it will take a couple of minutes to create a container after pulling an image. Let's run the watch against it. As we can see, our container is in the running state. Let's come out of it, and if we run the kubectl get pod command, we can see our container is in the running state. Now let's expose the Ollama deployment using a node port service so we can access it externally. So let's create a service file that is ollama-service.yml, and let me push the file as well. So this is a service file which will be using as a node port type so that we can access it on the specific port onto our IP address. And here we are using a node port that is a 3007, and it will be having a target port that is a 11434 on which our Ollama is running inside the container. So let's apply these changes as well. kubectl apply -f Ollama service.yml, and we can see our service is ready in Ollama namespace. So our application is exposed using the node port, and it's been exposed on the port number 3007. So to access it, we can use the public IP of this particular instance because we are running this particular Kubernetes cluster onto the GCP. Let me go here and put the 3007, and we can see that Ollama is running. Now that our service is running, let's test if Ollama is accessible from the CLI as well. So let's come here and let me copy this URL. So here let me clear out the screen first. Here I'm running the call command to generate a response from the Llama 2 model, and I'm asking the prompt that is why the sky is blue. So it is the first time I'm running the Ollama, so let's trigger this. Oh, there is a 2/ here. Let me remove and let me run it again. It provides the null output because because the Llama 2 model is not been downloaded into the container. So let me pull it again. So kubectl get pod -n Ollama, and let's go inside the container. kubectl exec -it -n Ollama -bash. So now we are inside the container. So let's run the Ollama list command. If you're not aware about this command, the Ollama commands, I've already created a dedicated video on the same. I would recommend to check it out first so that you can be able to perform this action in the container itself. So let's pull the image that is a Llama 2. Now it's pulling the model that is a Llama 2 model. the model got pulled, and let's run the Ollama list command again, and we can see the llama 2 model is there. Let's come out of this container and let's run the same command again. Now it's going to the Ollama and asking for the response from the llama 2 model. So it will take couple of minutes to generate a response and give an answer out of it. As you can see, Ollama is responding to queries from the Kubernetes cluster. You can now integrate this with the application or even fine-tune model as needed. So quickly recap what we did today. We have created a Kubernetes namespace for the Ollama, that is a Ollama namespace. Then we have created our files, that is a Ollama deployment.yml, which will be used to deploy the application. Then we have created one service, that is a Ollama service, which will be used to expose our application onto the desired port number. And at last, we successfully ran the AI model inside the Kubernetes cluster using the curl command. We can use the Python code, which I showed in my previous video, how to use the Python code to call the API of the Ollama. So you can use the same code or same approach to use the Ollama from the Kubernetes cluster. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friend. See you in the next one.